If you've ever exaggerated your expenses on your tax return to get more cash back, you could be in the sights of the tax office this financial year. In 1 year alone, the ATO lost almost $9 billion because Australians overclaimed, and it doesn't want to happen again.
Catherine Smith knows the tricks of the trade. A fraud investigator turned accountant, she says some tax agents are breaking the law.
I would welcome an ATO inquiry on those agents and to stamp out any fraudulent behaviour.
This year we'll be looking at some 150 agent practices in this first year. We think they're up to 500 that are high risk.
The tax office believes hundreds of dodgy agents fudge figures so clients get bigger tax returns.
And we see evidence in some of those cases of it being quite deliberate and obviously not in accordance with the law.
Until today, the ATO hasn't put a figure on how much these errors are costing the government. But an audit of the 2014-15 financial year reveals Australians avoided paying almost $9 billion in income tax.
The figure, $8.7 billion per annum, is a breathtaking figure. That's a lot of revenue foregone.
Of course, there's a difference between tax evasion and tax minimisation.
And if anybody in this country doesn't minimise their tax, they want their heads ripped. Because as a government, I can tell you, you're not spending it that well that we should be donating extra.
And while some have taken that message to heart, the warning from the federal government is clear.
It's critical that everyone pays tax in accordance with the law.
The most common mistakes involve workplace expenses, like clothing and laundry deductions. In 2016, the claims piled up to nearly $1.6 billion. Unless it's for a uniform, most of these are not allowed. Nearly $7 billion of car expenses were claimed, and you can't claim just for getting to and from your usual workplace. Others put through home furniture and internet costs, just because they sent a few emails from home. Also not allowed. The political fight about whether some of the world's biggest companies are trying to avoid paying tax in Australia continues. But these figures show it's working Australians that are denying the government an even bigger share of cash. Henry Bello, ABC News, Canberra.